so here we're just going to talk about the back squat. So first of all, we need to make sure the bar is in the correct position. So when we set the bar up, we want to make sure that the height of the bar pretty much just sits within the armpit of the athlete. So you can see that Andy here, the bar sits nice and tight just under the armpit. So we now know that this bar is in a great position. So he's going to approach the bar and he's going to set himself up ready for a squat. So he's going to take his grip width. Now the grip width is going to be determined by a few mobility issues, a few flexibility issues, but we want to ideally try and get relatively narrow. So Andy's got his grip width sorted. He's then going to walk into the bar. So he's going to go under the bar, okay, he's going to plant his feet so he's in a nice stable position. From here, you can see he's in a quarter squat position. He's just going to stand up nice and tall, and he's going to step away from the rack. So his foot position, somewhere is going to be between hip and shoulder width apart, whatever's going to be comfortable for him. You can notice from there that his feet are pointed slightly out, kind of 11 to 1 o'clock if you were to look at a clock face. Up here he's going to be nice and strong through the scapula, so he's going to be pulling down and back on the bar with an emphasis on trying to bend the bar in half as he goes into that squat position. So from here, chest up nice and high, head looking forwards, pulling down on the bar, he's just going to drop nice and low into a squat position. So nice and low under control. You'll notice that the crease of the hip is now sitting lower than the crease of the knee. The heels are still remaining on the floor, so he's in a nice full depth position. From there, he's just going to drive up nice and tall, pushing through the floor, and take him back to that start position. From there, once he's done, he's going to walk back into his bar. Okay, place it into the rack again, dropping down into that quarter squat position, release the bar, and then walk out from the rack. Okay, so guys, we're back on the back squat. This time we're just going to look from a side view. So Andy's just going to make sure the bar is at the correct height. So same again, fits nice and tight under that armpit. So from here, he's going to take his grip. He's then going to approach the bar, so again walking under the bar, setting himself into that quarter squat position. From here it's nice and strong to drive up, and then he's just going to take a step away from the rack. So from here, same again, if you remember, he's going to start to pull down the bar, okay, try and start to bend the bar in half. He's made sure his feet are in the correct position, so somewhere between hip and shoulder width apart, whatever's most comfortable for him. From here he's going to brace himself and fix his pelvis, so you can see a slight little bit of movement through the pelvis there, make himself nice and strong through his midsection before he goes into his descent. So from here, the torso again, nice and tall, he's under control, just going to lower down into that squat position. Okay, now once he's in that bottom position, what you'll notice, again, is still a nice straight line through the torso, chest is nice and high, head is looking forwards, the crease of the hip is lower than the crease of the knee. What you'll actually notice as well from here is that the front of the knee actually sits further in front of the toe. Now a common mistake is people generally tend to think that the knee must always be behind the toe. The most important thing for here is the heel still remains on the floor. Okay, the fact that the knee is here isn't really causing any issues because we're still planted and we're nice and solid and fixed to that floor. From here, he's just going to drive himself back up and take himself back to that start position. We've just got a couple more reps so you can see that. So dropping down, driving back up, we'll go one more. From there, he's going to walk himself back towards the rack, drop the bar back down, into that quarter squat position. From there, he can release and walk away from the bar.